Health Nuts, welcome back to my channel. It's officially March, and for March, we are doing Motivation March. If you follow me on social media, you would know that, and if you don't, be sure to follow me on either Instagram stories, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, all the things. I'm at Your Health Nut. You can follow me there, and be sure to subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, hit that red button either on the screen or down below so you won't miss a future video of mine on my channel. I post twice a week, recipes on Sundays, and lifestyle and things like that on Wednesdays, which I call Wellness Wednesdays. So I've been doing monthly themes, and for March, we are doing Motivation March. So ironically, I'm not feeling motivated today because I was emceeing at a friend's wedding this past weekend, and I just totally crashed and had a 3-hour nap yesterday, and I never nap, so it was glorious, but it also like ruined my sleep last night. Like I didn't sleep. I think I slept like 4 hours. So, and then Matt and I got up super early this morning to do a morning like cardio session. It's a new thing that we decided to start today when I was like a zombie this morning. So yeah, but either way, I'm really excited to share with you guys 6 ways to stay motivated. All right, so let's just hop into the video and I'll show you guys my 6 tips on how to stay motivated. Okay, so tip number 1 is to consume content. And this kind of seems like a weird thing, but by consuming content, I mean things like kind of educating yourself or learning on a daily basis. And that could be through books, through podcasts, through YouTube videos, through like seminars that you go to. Anytime I'm feeling a little down or unmotivated, I will put on a podcast. I have tons I could recommend. I'll link them all down below. I usually like to listen to podcasts that the guests are someone who is an entrepreneur and they're kind of doing what I'm aspiring to do or what I am doing. So I find it's great to get like tips and tricks on what they're doing and that works, and also like tips and stuff on health related things, especially if you're having your own health problems. Like when I'm really struggling with anxiety and I'm feeling really low and depressed and like nothing's working, you know, I'll put on a podcast and about like health and wellness, and like it just motivates me to be like, okay, I got this. Like, okay, this isn't working, I'm gonna switch things up and maybe do this instead, and like not to give up, because everyone has their own struggle story. So I really find it's like very I don't know, I guess it's like, what's the word, grounding or relatable when like I know that other people have their struggles too, and it's just not me. And then books, there's so many good books out there. One I want to read is Ask Gary Vee. He has like a Q&A book that I want to borrow for my cousin. There's also like the basics, like how to win friends and influence people. It really depends on like what kind of topic you're going on. I love self-help books. Like that's my motivation. Also like cookbooks and stuff. Like I love the pictures, those motivate me. And then YouTube videos. There are definitely a few YouTubers that motivate me, that are just like have a really cool life, and it's kind of what I aspire to be like. But like with my own twist. I don't think you should ever like look at someone's life and think it's perfect and like yours sucks or anything. Like just take it with a grain of salt. They're just showing their highlights. Like no one's gonna show like their depressing moments online when their channel is like all about motivation. So like Mimi and Alex Icon, I love them. They travel a lot. They just had a baby girl, and it's just cool to kind of see, and YouTube isn't even their main thing. They've created products and stuff that they sell, and which I'll talk about one later in the video. But they're really inspiring to me. I watch their vlogs, and Alex Icon has his own vlog channel now, so I really like his kind of point of view. And then who else? Sometimes I just watch like other cooking channels, like Laura Vitale. She's someone who's inspired me since I started YouTube. And I just remember following her when she was like still starting out with her channel, and then, you know, she got like a cooking show on the Cooking Network, and then she launched her book, and just her story is really inspiring. So those are just like some of my examples. I'll link, So those are just some of my examples. I'll link them down below, but my point is like to find something that you can listen to or learn from on a daily basis or weekly basis that's gonna help inspire you. And I wanna actually start getting into audiobooks because I love reading books, but sometimes I don't find the time to actually sit there and read a book. And then when I do read a book at night, it actually puts me to sleep. So I only get through like 3 pages. So I want to start getting into audiobooks, which I know audible.com is really good for. I'm going to leave a link down below. And I think for like the first 30 days, you actually get a free book to try it out. So do it with me. I'm going to get a free book and I'll let you guys know what book I choose and we can maybe read it together and talk about it on social media. So anyways, those are my tips for consuming content, and I think it's just a really great way to stay inspired by other people in the industry that you're interested in and just keep learning on an everyday basis. It's gonna be a lot of talking. I'm gonna have to stay hydrated. All right, now my second tip for staying motivated is to find a hobby. And this may seem so simple, but I swear as you get older, not that I'm that old, but I'm starting to feel it, like as you get older, you start to like lose, like, you start to like forget about things that you used to love doing, and you just get like wrapped up in like work and just like responsibilities, I don't know, all the boring stuff. And it should be like a hobby that has nothing to do with your work. So like, obviously, like, you know, my hobby is like, I love cooking and creating in the kitchen and stuff, but my hobby has now turned into my job and my career. So I need to find something that is like, separate from that, because I'm not going to be able to like kind of reset myself if I'm just like baking cakes and cookies on the weekend as like my hobby, if I have to do that Monday to Friday. So I'm still working on the hobby thing, but I think once the weather starts to warm up, I really want to get outdoors more. Like I want to do more camping, hiking, water activities, things that are more nature-esque. Like for me, like I want nature to be my hobby. Because I just feel so good after spending a day in nature, and like I didn't grow up like camping and stuff. Like I did it sometimes for like school trips and like with friends, but my family is like not, like if you met my mother, like she would cringe of the thought of going camping. She's like, I like the beach, but like I like to look at the beach. Like I don't want to be in the sand. So she's one of those people. So but yeah, I'm trying to like love nature and want to get dirty and just be away from like social media and stuff and just like recharge my mind and my soul. And I don't know, every time I go for a walk in nature, like I just feel so much better. There's like this like energy that you get from Mother Nature, which is really cool. So that's gonna be my hobby, I think, is nature. The reason why having a hobby is so great is because it can inspire you and indirectly give you ideas for your like a business that you're starting up or whatever. So it actually can help you grow your career or business or whatever it is that you're doing indirectly. So you might think like, okay, I'm spending the day out in nature. How is this moving me forward? But it is. It's resetting yourself. It's inspiring your creativity. And if you don't give yourself rest, you're going to burn out. So having the hobby is a great way to feel balanced and happy and reset your mind. All right, now my third way to stay motivated is to eat well and exercise, because if you're not taking care of your health, there's no way you're gonna be able to sustain like working hard and moving towards your goals and dreams. I can tell you from personal experience, I felt very burnt out come end of last year. I was like doing so many different projects, trying to like slowly work my way to 2 videos a week while still having my full-time marketing job, and then just busy with like brand sponsorships. I was just like spreading myself thin. And the most important thing to do when you're super busy and stressed is to take care of your body. So it's like, okay, stop, pause, and make sure that you're getting, you know, your greens every day, making sure that you're taking your vitamins, you're drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. Also that you're moving your body. So that's why I'm keeping like the eat well and exercise in one category, because it's all about taking care of yourself. Because if you don't feel good, whatever you're putting out there in the world or creating and stuff isn't that going to be that great. So make it a practice every day, you know, to make sure that you are eating healthy, filling your body with good wholesome foods, and that you have some kind of like workout schedule. I like to go to classes with an instructor because I find they motivate me. Like I push myself harder than I ever would just by myself. You know, find a workout buddy, find a gym or a class near you that you really like. And it doesn't have to be like at a gym. It could be something cool like rock climbing, or I don't know, it could be like a sport. It could be squash. I feel like squash is underrated. I've tried it once with Matt and it's such a hard workout. You sweat so much and it's like you don't even know you're working out because it's really fun. So yeah, find a sport, find a workout buddy, and sweat, eat healthy, make yourself feel good so you can do good. My mouth is so dry. Tip number 4 for staying motivated is to surround yourself and make time for friends, family, and just basically relationships. I'm like the worst for this. When I get really busy and stuff, I just think I don't have time to see anyone. Unless you're like directly in my day-to-day life, I find it still a struggle to like make time for like friends I haven't seen in a while. It's crazy because when I do make time to like see friends and build relationships, I feel so good. Like I feel like I don't know, like you just had a good conversation, maybe they inspired you, and like people can motivate you. Like maybe they're doing something cool or they gave you a cool idea. If you were just by yourself all the time, you're not gonna feel motivated. And like, what's the point of life if you're just gonna be like working in your home office every day and like not interacting with other people? So schedule these into your calendar. Like I literally just messaged my friend Ashley this morning, and I know we were kind of planning to do lunch this week, and I was right away, I'm like, okay, when are you free for lunch this week? I'm free, Wednesday, Thursday, let's do this. And that's a great way to make sure that you're getting that in, is just to like pre-book it, pre-schedule it. And even if it's someone that you can't see in person, like book a Skype date. Find a time that works great for both of you based on like your time zones. A couple weeks ago, had an awesome catch up with my friend Jacinta, and she lives in Perth, Australia, and she actually, I think, might be coming to Canada soon, which is so exciting. We used to be like roommates way back when I was in school, and then when Matt and I were visiting Australia and living there, we actually like would see them her and her family all the time, because we were working and living in Perth as well for a bit. And I always say that like her family is like my Australian family. All right, tip number 5 is to create a vision board or journal or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a board. Sometimes people journal like pictures and words and stuff, and it's kind of like vision board with a pen and paper. I actually have been doing both, I guess. Let me grab my vision board. It's like not done, but hang on. All right, so this is my vision board, and there's still some like empty space here, but it has things that I look at every single day. I might not even know that I'm looking at it, but my subconscious mind sees the pretty colors, and the items on here help inspire me and motivate me every day. I have it right up on my shelf in my office, so I see it every day. Like I said, I still need to fill some spaces here, and I kind of want to update this because this is like a bit old, but like, I don't know, just having visual reminders of what you're working and striving towards is an amazing way to actually have your dreams come true. By putting it on like an actual board and having like colors and images and words to it, it really helps your body and mind like visualize what it is that you want, whether it's like a car or a type of house. Thoughts become things. Is that what Mike Dooley says? Thoughts become things. So pictures can become things too, I guess. All right, so I've been using this journal, this 5-minute journal, every day for the past 2 months. And if you watch my like winter favorites video or my morning routine video, then you would already have seen this in there. And I cannot tell you how much I feel like this has made a difference in my life. I think what it is just more so what I'm learning. It's not so much what you do, it's about consistency. So the fact that I've been doing this like morning and night is what's made the difference, because every morning I'm reflecting on my day. I'm writing down things that I'm grateful for. I'm writing affirmations and reflecting at the end of the day. So it's like, I think it's consistency, not so much what you're doing. So you don't need to buy this book. This book has just been something that's made it easier for me to remember. I always say like your mind only knows what you tell it. So like if you're always saying like, I can't do this, I suck, I hate my hair, I hate this, I'll never get this job, then that's all your body or your mind knows. It doesn't know what you want. So by writing in things that you are grateful for and things that you want to happen and like positive affirmations, then you are building those like positive thoughts and things in your mind. So it knows like you are confident, you are beautiful, like you got this, like you are gonna get that job. Like I'm telling you guys, like it's so crazy how the universe works like that, where like, if you can believe it, you can do it. So corny, but it's true. And this has just been a good part of it. So been loving it. All right, so tip number 6 is to create a schedule and use a daily bullet journal or like some kind of like to-do list. I like to use a bullet journal because that works for me, but everyone has their own like agenda or thing that they use every day to kind of like keep track of their to-do list. So what I've been using for a weekly and monthly calendar is just the one that comes with your Gmail account. So if you go to Gmail, you can actually go to the Google Calendar that comes with it. And using the Google Calendar has been such an easy way for me to keep track of things, make sure that I don't forget about stuff. Also kind of integrate Matt's schedule with mine so we both know like what's going on for the week. And what I find that this does, it really helps kind of keeps me motivated because I feel organized, I feel on top of things. I find when you're disorganized and stuff, whether it's like your house is dirty, you need to clean up, or your emails are a mess, or you just aren't scheduling things properly, you feel unmotivated because you don't feel like you're on top of things. Because like for me, being on top of things, like scheduling things and all that jazz is like something I have to work at because I am notorious for like letting my emails pile up, doing things last minute, which I find scheduling things actually helps me get things done way in advance. So, which then I just feel better. I feel like more motivated to take on more projects and tasks. And if I do have like a cool project that I am working on, I can, without feeling overwhelmed, I can think, okay, let's schedule out the different stages that we'll need to do in order to like get to the final product. I can schedule that all into the calendar so I can like kind of digest it into pieces. And it's not this like big overwhelming project looming over my head. And then another thing is the bullet journal. Now, I actually didn't know that I was bullet journaling when I started doing this. I started doing this when I was working at my marketing job, and I don't have it with me, but I would just have like this like notebook. Every single day I would put the date at the top and then write down like everything I had to do for that day. It was almost like just like a brain dump of everything I had to do that day. And then I put little check marks next to it and I could just like check it off when I was done. And like there's something about like checking off, highlighting, or like crossing out a task on your to-do list that is so satisfying, and it's motivating to keep going because you're like, yeah, like you can see the progress you've made and the work that you've done. It just feels good because there's some days that like you may be working really hard, but maybe you don't have anything like tangible to prove it, and you're like, I don't know, like the day just flew by. I don't even know what I did today, but I'm tired and I feel like I didn't accomplish anything. But if you have that to-do list and you can just check off everything you did, I can look back, and it's motivating because you can track your progress. And then if I think of something and I'm like, oh yes, I need to do that tomorrow, and say it's like already like nighttime, I don't have to let it just sit there and stir in my brain. I can be like, oh, let me just start my bullet journal early, and I'll just like start the next day and start just like jotting down things that I need to do. So I'm not like staying up all night thinking about my to-do list, and then I know I won't forget about it. So my bullet journal is as simple as this book I got from like HomeSense, and it just says throw happiness around like confetti. And it's just pretty and cute, and it's just like a spiral notebook. And like, every day I have a little to-do list here with little check marks. And if you want to go like the extra mile with bullet journals, my cousin Caitlin from Caitlin's Corner, she actually does these like awesome bullet journal doodle videos where she does like, I think she does like one for every month. And she goes to the extremes. Like she is the epiphany of bullet journaling. Like they're just so cool to look at. But you can just like, she's just trying to motivate people like what you can do, and then you can just like take what you want to do for your own journal. But go check her out. I'll link her down below. All right, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys found some good motivational tips in today's video. And if you have any of your own motivation tips, leave them down below in the comments. I would love to get some tips and tricks from you guys that I can apply to my own life to help me stay motivated. And if you guys like these more chatty Wellness Wednesday videos, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting that red bell button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell notification button so you are notified every week when I post a video on my channel. And I will see you guys on Sunday for another delicious and healthy recipe. Bye guys.